Hello friend and welcome back. Today we are talking about Klur Sculpture Plus A Form and Correct Overnight Enrichment Cream. This is pure luxury in a bottle. Absolute decadence. The formula, the experience is wonderful. But full disclosure, this is a gift. Klur gave it to me just as a gift. They didn't ask for a review or incentivize or anything like that. So full disclosure, I didn't pay for this one, but I am a big fan of Klur anyways, a big fanboy, so you already know I'm slightly biased towards any of their products. But it worked in your favor because I probably wouldn't have purchased this product on my own, but it's been a wonderful experience. First off, it is a jar package. This is pretty easy to recycle once it's cleaned out. It's glass, it's weighty, it looks beautiful. Hands down, if you want to have a beautiful aesthetic on your countertop for your skincare regimen, you can't go wrong with Klur products because they look perfect. It does come with one of the travel cover things to keep it from spilling out in your bag if you're traveling, but it is a deliciously rich, heavy formula, so it's not going anywhere. I don't think that's really necessary. So beautiful, weighty cream, and then this is my favorite part about the packaging, I guess. This is a little metal scoop. Plenty of these running around, but it just feels really nice in the hand. The whole experience of Klur products is just top notch. But this one has like a little ring hole on the top, so you could put a little string on it and hang it on a hook in your bathroom if you wanted to be super classy. But feels very nice and it's very effective for what we need it to do. This is I would probably use just slightly more than that for my whole face. That's what I've been using when I'm testing it. But look at that. It is just instantly like butter. Yeah, it's an experience. It's a spa luxury experience. It's decadent, opulent. It feels buttery, velvety, just nourishing as soon as you put it on. It has this, I'm gonna just keep saying spa. For the record, I've done this video a couple of times and get carried away, but we'll try to keep it a little bit shorter and more simple this time so I can get through it under half an hour. There's the nice dewy moisturized finish. And that's what I will keep saying, and I've said in all the takes, is it feels very spa-like. It's luxury, it feels comfortable, it feels not heavy on the skin, but it is very restorative. So even the driest of dry skins are just gonna love this. Even very mature skin that's in dry climates, you could maybe get away with using this as your only night product. You wouldn't have to layer extra moisturizers or serums or anything. This is gonna be kind of your be all and end all for nighttime. And yes, I'm gonna keep petting my hand because it just feels so good. One of the things I wanna talk about, jar packaging. I am not usually a stand for jar packaging just because it exposes the product to more air, more oxidation opportunities, more degradation opportunities if you're just digging your finger in there. There are a lot of things that I feel like are bettered by putting in an airless pump. That said, Klur is an esthetician formulated brand. She crafted it, and when you have that kind of mindset, you are also more attuned to the sensorial experience, the experience of layering products on, of smelling the products, of feeling the weight of the jar in the hand. It's more of a calming, centering ritual as opposed to like, this is a wonderful product. I love a pump jar. This is airless pump, but you don't get the same experience. It is not as centering and wonderful as something like this. And so when you put something in a jar, one of the reasons you do that from a marketing and a packaging standpoint is because when you open it, you get that little waft of scent. So although this isn't a fragranced product, they're all functional ingredients in here. Some of them have a scent to them. They are plant extracts that have a scent. So you get this beautiful herbaceous spa aroma with it every time you open this up. So I fully understand going this route for packaging. It just adds to the whole experience, especially since this is going to be a nighttime treatment product. That's the time when you spend the most time like ritually putting your products on and enjoying that moment, as opposed to in the morning when you're probably a little more stressed about getting out the door, getting to work, things like that. So this gives you that moment and helps you indulge in the moment and stay in the moment, which wonderful. Am I going to switch to all jar packaging? Absolutely not, but I definitely have been enjoying this and will continue to enjoy it. I have been using this for quite some time, for quite some time, and that's all that I've gone through. You really only need a tiny little bit, and then it just leaves you, here's another check-in, with dewy, moisturized, comfortable skin. Okay, we got to keep moving or this is going to be another hour long video. Ingredient callouts. 1% retinol, functional peptides, and 19 anti-inflammatory botanical actives. That's from Klur's website. Retinol, easy to talk about. It is a 1% concentration because it is not encapsulated. Encapsulation allows you to drive a sensitive ingredient deep into the skin without having to deal with buffering and degradation on the way and a lot of other penetration issues. That's great and allows you to use less, but it's also expensive technology. So you got to find the trade-offs of when you want to go that route versus using just a 1% concentration of pure retinol is just fine. That is a great approach. It's a gentle approach. It doesn't have to get fancy with encapsulation. And moving on, functional peptides. This one is Matrixyl 3000. It's another classic. We know Matrixyl 3000 is going to help reduce the depth and visibility of static wrinkles by promoting collagen synthesis and promoting repair. 19 anti-inflammatory botanical actives. I'm not even sort of going to touch on all of them because it's a wonderful symphony of ingredients, and within that symphony, you have a lot of plant-based extracts, and those plant extracts come with their own symphony of compounds along with it. So in the spirit of this being a more spa-focused product, we're not going to get super ingredient-focused, but we're going to touch on some of my favorites to give you kind of the flavor of what this product is. The short version is it's going to do a wonderful job of helping stimulate collagen growth. It's going to help be anti-inflammatory, so help calm the skin down from a variety of different environmental stressors, internal stressors. It has a wonderful host of antioxidants. All of these ingredients are going to work together to just help your skin function at its best and look great. Because a lot of them are seed oils, which are phenomenal. Seed oils get a bad rap for some reason on the interwebs, and that's insane because seeds themselves are the bringers of life, right? They have to have all of the ingredients to start new life in this little compact vessel. So when you do extracts from those seeds, you get so much life, so many wonderful compounds and ingredients. When you do these extracts from plant oils and seed oils, you are getting a multitude more than just the single active compound. You're getting all of these helper ingredients that are just going to contribute to wonderful things. So we're pressing onward. I'm going to try to keep myself on a schedule. First one is safflower seed oil. It is bursting with fatty acids. Fatty acids are wonderful when we're talking about repairing and restoring skin, especially dry skin or compromised skin. They're also going to be nicely anti-inflammatory. Safflower seed oil in particular has a nifty balance of linoleic and oleic acid that can help with acne by reducing inflammation, which our 19 anti-inflammatory botanicals will do as well, but it's also going to help inhibit some of the bacteria, the bad bacteria, P. acnes, that causes acne. So if you are an oilier, acne-prone skin type, I want you to stay with me on this one because this is a hardy cream, but it may still fit into your routine and it could find a very nice spa moment for you in your routine at night and contribute to your overall skin wellness, even though When we have oily, congestible pores, looking at a hardy cream, it sounds scary, right? So there's also borage seed oil. This one has a very nifty ingredient or compound, GLA, gamma linoleic acid. Now, I found out that borage seed oil is one of the most concentrated natural sources of gamma linoleic acid, or GLA, and that particular fatty acid is phenomenal for soothing, reparative work, especially for dry, compromised skin. It is one of the best fatty acids to get in there and fill in the crevices in between your skin cells and help your skin begin to break that cycle of chronic dryness and compromised barrier. So, wonderful choice there. There's also rosehip seed oil. This one is a fascinating little bugger. It also has a lot of fatty acids. That's great. But it has a very, very small amount, so don't be scared, of all-trans retinoic acid. Now that is point blank tretinoin. Tretinoin is a synthesized all-trans retinoic acid. Break it apart. All-trans is really just the shape of the molecule and how it fits into the skin, the way it's supposed to activate your retinoic acid receptors. Rosehip seed oil actually has that basically prescription retin-A or tretinoin built into it, which is super rare and so cool. So when people say bakuchiol is nature's retinol, totally false. It is a reparative ingredient, great, and it's plant-based, great. It is not a vitamin A. It is not a retinoid, but truly, rosehip seed oil is nature's tretinoin or retinoic acid. So just a very cool little tidbit. There's also glycerin, which is phenomenal just in general for water balancing, osmoregulation. There's also green tea extract, which does not get as much praise as it should. It's like glycerin. Glycerin and green tea, I feel like, are some workhorses for skincare, but they have been around for so long and are used in so many products that they aren't new and fancy anymore, but they are still true superstars of the skincare world. This formula is in an aloe juice base, not an aloe vera extract base, so they didn't, dry it out and powder it out and then just reactivate it with some water in the lab. This is actually aloe juice from the aloe plant, nice and soothing with all of its calming compounds. That's the base for this. So you're getting a nice healthy dose of that with every time you use it. So we're just seeing this whole symphony come together of plant extracts that are going to be repairing and soothing and stimulating collagen, and just it's a very, very beautiful formula. A few others to touch on. Arnica extract, which we know is going to be very soothing and calming to distressed skin. It's also reparative to tissue. And then dandelion root extract. This is super cool. I got certified in herbalism, which is a weird fact, but on that journey, I found out that dandelion root extract is probably my favorite of all the herbs I learned about, because it is basically an electrolyte beverage just waiting for you. Now, you can't just pick it out of the ground, but when it's properly grown and harvested, it is filled with electrolytes and macronutrients. It's just a powerhouse of nutrition. And so when we use it in a skincare product, it's going to actually promote collagen growth and collagen regeneration, as well as being profoundly anti-inflammatory. And all of those electrolytes are going to help draw moisture into the skin and help maintain that moisture balance, as opposed to just letting it evaporate out into the world. The finishing touch is jojoba, which is as biomimetic as you can get. It is effectively plant-based sebum. Let's do another quick check-in. There is the dewy, moisturized, comfortable, happy skin. I can say every time that I use this, and I can bring it up around my eyes, even though it's a very decadent, luxurious, hardy cream, it hasn't given me any milia, which I'm very prone to with hardier creams. But when you wake up in the morning and you still feel that, not layer, but just that your skin is still so well nourished and well moisturized. It's uncommon, especially for me. Like I said, I don't love a super hardy product, but this one strikes that perfect balance for me. Waking up that way, you just feel, it's like that spa moment from the night before, your ritual of putting it on and feeling that luxury moment. It continues on to get you to your coffee in the morning, that you just wake up feeling like your skin is even more rested and ready for the day and resilient. So, in conclusion, this is a pricier option, but I would say that this is a ritual in a bottle. It covers effectively all of your bases for most skin types, especially dry and compromised skin types. It is $150 for a 2 fluid ounce or 60 milliliter jar. I'm so glad that they gifted me this product because I wouldn't have tried it. I'll just be realistic. It's on the pricier side for what I expected, and I think it's reminded me that skincare doesn't have to be, a million products and driving myself crazy with trying to get all the right ingredients in and all the latest superhero ingredients. This is truly taking a minute for yourself and doing the ritual to be present in the moment and reflecting. And this is getting a little woo-woo, but it really did change my perspective and remind me that it can just be enjoyable. It can be luxurious and enjoyable and still have all of the action-packed ingredients that I know are going to help my skin continue to fight off pollution and fight off free radicals and move forward in my brightening journey. I don't have to lose ground on that, but I can still take time for myself and enjoy the experience in a really beautiful way. So thank you for watching. I so appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Be well, friend.